The first year, Sofia used to call every day, or less. The second year, was once every 2-3 days. Yeah, the third year, we started to ask her to call, please, because we wanted to have some news from her.
Hello everybody and welcome to Boss TV episode 12. Today we are joined by a parent, a boss parent, the mother of Sofia and Ines, who have together been to Boss for 6 summers. Sofia came as a 10-year-old in 2016. Ines came as a 10-year-old in 2018. They are funny, they have great personalities, they are hard workers, they are great at teamwork and always do their best for their house. And today we thought it would be a good idea to interview a parent, so we have that point of view rather than a student or a member of staff. So please welcome Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hi, Neil. Hi, everyone.
Thank you for joining us, Maria. I have asked you to be on Boss TV because we have actually met in person, I guess, 4 times.
At least, yes.
Maria has been to our school, she has seen the campus, she has seen her kids in the school, and I hope she has seen the atmosphere that we try to create at Boss. So I hope, Maria, you can answer my questions. My first question is, of course, how is Sofia and how is Ines?
Well, Sofia and Ines are fine. They are really looking forward to come back to Boss. Last year they were ready to go. But yes, actually, as everyone, it was quite a sad news for them not to be them there and stay at home. They still hope for this year, so fingers crossed.
How did you originally find out about Boss?
Look, I found out about Boss through my brother, actually, in Spain.
Wow.
Yeah, well, no, Borja is my friend, but Borja told my brother that he was sending his girls and boys to Boss, that they really enjoyed. So from Spain, my brother called me and said, "Look, Borja is going to Boss. I think also my children will go. What about yours?" I said, "This looks fine." You know, it was the first experience for the girls outside the family, I would say. So I found it nice to be with other cousins or friends from Spain. So that was the first contact we had with you.
When you first sent Sofia to Boss, how did you feel?
Worried, huh? The first time, yeah. Yes. As a mom, it was the first time I was leaving my girl somewhere else with no family. It was with people I didn't know.
Not with no family, with the Boss family.
No, that's it. With the Boss family, not our family, as a Gaitan family or more. And a little bit worried. She didn't speak English almost a little bit at school. And in Italy, they don't learn so much English at school. So I was a little bit worried about being somewhere where she didn't know anyone, because even the son and the daughter of Borja, she had never met them, actually. So yeah, it was the first time for her. So she was, for the first time in her life, I think, a little bit on her own. So worried. That was the first feeling. Then when we got there, she immediately ran, if you remember, with Alvaro, and it was not Boss, it was the other big dog. I can't remember now. Yeah, Wisdom. Yeah, she ran to play with the Wisdom, and then she stayed there. She even didn't say goodbye, if you remember. So at that moment, I felt happy. So, yeah.
When Ines came to Boss in 2018, did you feel worried as Sofia?
No, no, not at all.
Can you tell the story? I hope you tell it as I remember it in my brain. What happened when you first came to Boss to collect Sofia after her first summer? Do you remember?
Oh my God, I remember, yes. I arrived there and you were in the office, yeah. And you told me, "Oh, Sofia is still in lessons, so let's go. You can see her in the classroom with the rest of the students." So we went down to the classrooms close to the soccer field, I remember. And when you knocked and we came in, they all turned back to see who was coming in. And when Sofia saw me, she just did like this. and started crying. She didn't want to go away. I remember it perfectly.
I remember it so well. You, as a parent, you were there to see the moment. Sophia, it's time to leave now. No!
Oh, yeah.
With Ines, the same as well. We went to class and she was like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't feel sad about it actually, no, not at all. And, they were sad, but then when we went into the taxi and on the train, they started to speak, all the time. It was 1.5 hours on the train, just speaking, telling me about all their friends' stories and the things that they would have done.
Did you notice any changes in the girls?
Well, first thing, they speak really very well English compared to any other friends here at school, and then they see English as yes, as a nice thing to do. When they have maths, it's maths, okay.
Yeah.
And science, it's science. When it's English, it's quite they find it as a relaxing thing to do. So I think that they see it as an enjoyable thing, and probably this is also thanks to how they have learned it as part of the post experience. And they became more mature in some way, dealing with their room, keeping it tidy, and doing the laundry, preparing the laundry, preparing their bags to come back home. They did quite a good luggage, actually, come back home much better than the one I prepared for them, probably. So, and also managing their pocket money. This was something also that looked fine to me, that they realized that they had their pocket money. They managed to make a little present to everyone when they came back. More mature in some way. It's an experience that helps them grow. And another thing that I noticed is that they had never met, people, Chinese people, as part of their daily life. So, for example, Sofia was in the room with a Chinese roommate that she called Banana, if I'm not wrong. Do you remember?
Wendy Banana?
Wendy Banana, yes.
You know what? Wendy Banana loved bananas.
They became much more open-minded, and probably they realized how many different people there are in the world. We don't live in a very big town, actually, in Italy, so the people they see every day is the same people.
How did you feel when the girls were in Bos?
I felt some way on holidays too. No, let's say that 2 weeks without the girls is also for my husband and I is a kind of different time. So we felt well. We met lots of friends that we usually don't see because we don't have time after work and so on. So we went out too much, I think, on those 2 weeks.
Oh, why not?
No, we're fine. It's the first year, Sofia used to call every day, more or less. The second year, so once every 2-3 days. The third year, we started to ask her to call, please, because we wanted to have some news from her. And Ines, from the first year, you remember, she never called us. I said, come on, but please, only to say hello. And we felt well. We knew they were doing really well.
Some parents who I speak to, they have kids who are 12 years old, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. And the parents say to me, my child is too young to go to Bos, to go away from home.
Mm.
Ines was 10 when she came to Bos. Sophia was 10 when she came to Bos. Yeah. What can you say to parents who think that their kids are too young to come to Bos?
I can only say that they find lots of children in the same situation. They are much stronger than what we think that they are. It's this is what I think. They always teach us something in some way. I thought it would have been harder for Sofia. Mostly she was the first one, and you are always a little bit more worried. But then she surprised me. She surprised me by the capacity of interacting with other children, even not speaking the language, just by playing. They found some universal language. We are not sending them to the war. We are sending them to a summer school where they are busy all the day. They don't even have time to think about their family, I would say. They go to school in the morning to lessons, and funny lessons, as far as I saw. In the afternoon, they are full of activities and with friends to spend time with. So they don't have the time to think about home. And when they are homesick, that they may be sometimes homesick, they are in great hands. I think that with you, Sarah, but everyone, team, all the people were really lovable with them. It's
Yeah.
they are not too young. 10 years. They had lots of friends of 8 years old. I remember a little Mexican boy also who was staying there for the whole summer.
Javier,
Javier.
He arrived on his 8th birthday and
Yeah.
stayed for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
What are your top 3 tips for parents who are thinking about sending their kids to BOSS?
Read very well the instructions that you send us when you send them. It's also about the things that need to be brought, clothes, and the rules to live in BOSS. I think those ones are an important thing. A second tip would be leave the children, in the sense, don't be the ones that continue to call, and we can have the temptation of calling on the mobiles. Now all the children have a mobile and not mobile, so let them enjoy, and if they don't call, don't be too present, because it's at least the girls were there for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks are not such a long time. It's so we need to let them enjoy. And the third one, I would say, go there to see BOSS, because it's, however, also a good thing for us parents to understand where the girls and the boys are going. For me, it was very nice going the first time and seeing the rooms, all the school yourselves. So it was, it was a good element then to trust you 100% and say, okay, they are in good hands.
Why should parents send their kids to BOSS?
Well, they should send them to BOSS because you can combine teaching English with the life experience of sharing, every minute with other cultures. So learning from all the other children, and because they will learn English enjoying. I think this is the best thing, is when you learn something that will be useful for you all the life without realizing that you are learning. So that just enjoying, this is the best. It's something that they will not forget.
Finish this sentence. You know you are at BOSS when
you come into the old building, and you and the rest of the team arrive, and remember the girls by name. You say welcome, and you know who is coming. You remember all the stories of the past years, and you make them feel really as if they had been there the previous week. For me, it was quite amazing the second year, seeing that you remembered Sofia, by name. As soon as she came, you remember in which room she had been, with which roommates. So when you get the contact with yourself, Sue, and you say, oh, here they are, part of, as you said, of a family, of the BOSS family.
Thank you very much, Maria.
Thank you.
End my questions.
Perfect.
Oh wait, no.
Thank you. Thanks, Neil.
Wait, I have a final question. I forgot. Oh. Are the girls there?
Let me check 1 second.
Hi, Neil.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sofia?
Fine, thank you.
I have had a wonderful conversation with your mother. How is life, Sofia?
Fine. Yes, I came back to school on Monday after 4 months at home.
Wow.
But it's good.
Good. And we missed you last summer. Did you miss BOSS last summer?
Yes, I was very sad.
It was very nice to see you, Sophia.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Bye.
Say hello to Ines.
Yes.
Bye, Neil.
Bye.
See you later.